everything becomes more dull. So,
I will say, AirPod knew exactly what they were doing with that connecting sound, bro. I'm not gonna lie, my ears just nutted listening to that.
So,
like, that is the audible version of what it feels like to blow a little, bro. And today we got why music addiction is getting scary. It's you freaking AirPod demons, bro. It's you nonchalant AirPod demons, bro. You don't need that hole in your ear 24/7, bro. I promise you the rod wave can wait. I'm telling you, you can do it, bro. You can make it, bro. You're perfectly fine, bro. I promise. It's stimulating your brain too much. You need silence. You see what I'm saying? That was not talk. See? Talk, KKK. Why do you need stimulation? But what is he doing? I'm silent, bro. Smell the roses, bro. Golly. No joke, I can't sleep without music. Am I cooked? You're chopped. You're sauteed, bro. I'm not gonna lie. But hey, man, this is gonna be a video by my dog, Ramboh. You already know the vibes. 1 curse, 3 push-ups. Let's just get straight into it. Be sure to check out my other reaction channels. That being said, let's just get going.
it takes 2 hours to...
How do you sleep without music? You know what I also don't do? I don't shower with music. I don't understand the concept of showering with music either, bro. I don't get it.
Finish a shit, and it's because she's always on her phone, and this is not 100%. Just directed towards Gen Z.
See, y'all are, bro. I don't shower with music, bro. I don't. Like, if anything, if I'm doing something, like, I don't sleep to music, but I do sleep to rain sounds. The freaking shower running is enough stimulation for my brain, bro.
It's just a cool title, and you have to realize phone addiction is not specific to one generation. It is not even a problem. Ignore the YouTube videos, ignore the studies. I'll save you 5 years of your life in 3 minutes. Just because something makes us feel good does
not mean it's bad. Like, yeah, there's nothing wrong with scrolling around on TikTok. Now, scrolling around on TikTok for 5 freaking hours
does not mean it is bad. This is pure fear mongering that phones are the problem, but this happens every generation introducing new forms of technology. All the way back in 1907, they were scared about magazines. Our modern family, gathering silent, each individual with his head buried in his favorite magazine. Every generation likes to belittle the younger one, and this is not that sort of video.
That's true.
There's a genuine problem where I see everyone with AirPods in, minimum wage workers, people at the gym, people just...
Whoa. Lifting with music is different. I need background music. That's completely... And the thing is, I could lift in silence, but you know what? They be playing straight coworker music at my gym, bro. I'm not lifting to freaking Montero, bro. What? No. Denied, bro. Denied, bro. I'm not lifting to 24K Golden, bro. I can't do it. That's not happening, bro. That's no. I need the headphones in the gym not to stimulate me, but to keep me from the straight live, laugh, love music that they play at the... I'm not hitting a bench PR to Taylor Swift, dude. No. Did you not lift? Yeah, I did lift to that Yoshi's Island OST. Yes, I did. And you know what I did? I hit a PR. No, I didn't hit a PR, but I did bench 335.
Just shopping. They always need some sort of stimulation along with already doing a specific action. I cannot take a shit. I cannot clean my room without needing to have an AirPod, without needing to...
What's up with these videos, bro? Why are they so, like... colorful?
Have music in, and scientifically, this ruins your dopamine. Suddenly, everybody wonders,
yeah, you're constantly like exposed to it.
Why am I not motivated? Always feel tired, and just like drug addicts, they abuse a form of stimulant to the point where it's no longer meant to make you feel good, but
it's meant to keep you normal. Exactly.
Normal. Without background noise, something always feels off. The food no longer tastes as good, and I personally think there's nothing wrong with intent.
I can't eat and not watch videos. I'll say that. I can't do it. That's probably bad. That's probably bad. That's probably bad. That's probably bad. That's probably bad.
Intentional brain rot. The problem is people are not intentional with when they use TikTok or play music, because studies have shown that music increases your dopamine. It feels good, motivates us to do work. We intrinsically assume that we must have more of that, and this is why everyone, even my parents, even old people, even babies, kids, Gen Z, everyone needs some sort of video playing in the background whether it be a podcast or not. So what happens when all that noise and entertainment disappears?
You're stuck with your thoughts. You're stuck with the existential dread of just going another day, trying to move forward, not knowing what you're going to do while the continuing threat of the declining economy and the raising house prices just absolutely decimate your form of being and like your sense of self. How are you supposed to get a $500,000 house if you don't even know what you want to do in college? How are you supposed to move? Yeah, you're gonna need to listen to that Taylor Swift. You're gonna need to listen to that Tyler, the Creator. The world is rough. The realities are harsh, and it's just gonna keep getting worse as economic structures fold, as politicians become more corrupt and more demented. It's just an all-around bad look. And what can you do? What is anything that you can do? Dopamine. Now you're at a point where you can't even take a shower without music. You're pathetic. Look at you. You're watching me now, probably eating something. Get up. My fault.
People begin to feel anxious, restless, everything becomes more dull. So you begin to play more music, play that video.
I will say, AirPod knew exactly what they were doing with that connecting sound, bro. I'm not gonna lie, my ears just nutted listening to that. Hold on, listen to this.
Becomes more dull. So
that sound, I will say, they knew exactly what they was doing when they was designing that sound, bro. I am not gonna lie, bro. Like, that is the audible version of what it feels like to blow a load, bro.
You begin to play more music, play that video when you're eating your food, thinking that that was the solution when it is just a symptom of low dopamine. Every time you play music, it goes up, but like everything that goes up, it must go down.
Yeah, crash,
this is the start of...
Oh shoot! I appreciate you, Maestro. I appreciate you.
Big baller.
These are plastic?
Big baller. Yeah.
I thought they were glass.
I thought that was so too. Big baller.
Wait,
big baller. Real talk.
What's the point of that then?
Big baller. Real talk. You know, get off my street, bro. Real talk. Hey, man. We do it big over here. Big cloud. Real talk.
You're
We're
about
big
to
now.
fill those up with tap water.
Real talk. Yeah, feel me? Yeah, bro. Carbonated, bro. We don't drink that regular. We drink. I mean regular poo. BS. We don't drink that, bro. All we drink is that serotonin.
It's empty.
Serotonin.
It's empty.
Serotonin. Real talk.
Take your cap, bro.
Real talk. You can keep the cap, bro. You need some money. Broke ass. That's why you miss.
all addictions. People assume that weed, this specific drug and stimulant, is going to make me feel better. And we always forget that it's really easy to abuse if you're in a situation, environment where it's constantly normalized. A person will always smoke weed if their friends smoke weed. And as a society, you go...
As a person who has never smoked weed, I do think weed is like, well, I've never done any type of drug. Weed gotta be like the TikTok of drugs, bro. It keeps you the most stimulated, and it's like, maybe I'm tripping, but that's like that's my perception of it. I don't know anyone who smokes weed for a particular reason. They just smoke it just to smoke it. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I'm tripping though.
Everywhere and see everyone with some sort of AirPod in, listening to a podcast, music, song. Nothing wrong with that. I don't care if people smoke weed, masturbate, do cocaine, but it only works to a certain extent. If you abuse and
only do a little bit of coke. Only do a little bit of coke.
anything, even as simple as music, it'll crash your dopamine. You will suffer the symptoms of low motivation, tiredness, and people with no intentionality or knowledge will up their dosage of listening to more background noise because everyone around them is also listening to something in their ear. High dopamine allows you to start work more easily. And if I'm in a mode where I want to procrastinate and not do anything, I play music. It's easier to begin the work, and a lot of people lose this tool of utilizing music to begin productive work because background noise is so easily abused in their daily.
Oh, so you're saying if you use background noise occasionally, it'll be more effective. Yo, do you read YouTube comments? I read them. I just can't respond to them because it's just too many to respond to. So like if you are watching YouTube, like I do read your comments, but the best way for you to get interaction is definitely to comment to the stream.
Chat. Morning routines are the most important thing, bro. That's the most important thing ever. If you don't have a strong morning routine, you won't have a strong. Okay, bro.
Lives that it is no longer potent, but a requirement to do anything. I know so many motherfuckers who need to study, but they always need a YouTube video, a podcast, some type of music in the background. So what would normally take 2 hours of hard focused work becomes this long, laborious 5-hour study session of multitasking between learning and entertainment.
I agree. It's much better if you just lock in with like a couple songs and just sometimes when I'm working, I'll put a song on shuffle. I'll put a song on repeat.
Background noise.
And bro, OSTs, bro. Video game OSTs, anime OSTs, those work so much better, bro. I'm telling you.
Is the small problem in a grander scheme of people never feeling like they are accomplishing their goal fast enough. And it's because people lack the ability to be efficient. And there's this assumption that if I consume more, I will be able to do more because I know more. But that is wrong. Our brain can only consume so much information, and at a certain point, you will burn out. You are not an exception. It's like reading a book, but you're not actually reading. Too many people lose presence in their daily lives and go autopilot because they are not letting.
And that's why I feel like time moves by faster, bro. I've always said, bro, like people who say like, yo, time just feels like it moves faster as you age. I disagree with that concept. However, I feel like with age comes more reasons to disassociate. When we were kids playing tag or hanging out at the green box, we were fully present because we were hanging out. 3 hours felt like a long time. But when you're an adult and you have 8 hours of work, 4 hours of school, stress, bills, you're waiting paycheck to paycheck. So you're like, dang, I got no money. I got to wait until Sunday. You're going to disassociate until Sunday. And I think that's why your life just like leaves you, because you're constantly in a place of disassociating. I find myself relating to that too. YouTubers get paid monthly. So when I'm waiting for a check, bro, I'm disassociating for a whole month waiting for that check. I don't know, bro. I feel like disassociation really is like the reason that a lot of us feel like, bro, like time is just moving fast. You know what I'm saying?
Their brains breathe. People forget that being bored is integral to the human experience and improving on human innovation. Every philosopher
Wow, we don't matter to you. What are we talking about, man?
Became so profound in the old times because they were so rich and had nothing better to do but think. You are robbing yourself off of the opportunity to have independent thinking and create new, unique ideas.
This just killed my whole mood, bro. Is that a piece of bread with peanut butter and a pickle on it? That just killed.
This results in decreasing people's quality of life because instead of creating your own,
the quality of life is almost wow. Quality of life is like the most important metric, bro. It's the most important metric. And I know I'm one to talk because I'm definitely, my quality of life isn't the greatest. Like, I'm actually being very serious. My days are literally only this. I don't stream all day, but when I'm not streaming, I'm editing or planning or scripting. Like, I do not do anything. And I do feel like that's something I'm trying to get better at, like work-life balance. Because what is the point of doing all this if you don't even, I enjoy doing it, but like, you need to smell the roses. And I think smelling the roses is one of the most important things that anyone should be doing. You know what I'm saying?
Own path. Everyone is listening to a podcast, an algorithm on how to think and feel about a.
But it's hard to smell the roses with like the state of like the world, bro. It sucks thinking about the world, bro. Like, dang.
Certain situation, but everyone is different based on genetics, environment, background, and at some point you will have to carve your own path. But choosing to leave this autopilot mode of letting people think for us puts us in uncertainty, and like the old people hating on magazines, it is scary. I'd rather distract myself about music. I'd rather let people think for me because I don't want to think for myself, because when there is silence,
they ain't cooking.
You will have to confront all your problems. All the thoughts of everything you're trying to avoid with all these background noises comes attacking you. So people run away, and people do not like
that AirPod sound, bro. That AirPod sound, bro, is gonna get my rocks off every time, bro.
To be bored. Magazines, books are not bad, just like technology, iPhone, screen time is not
Yeah, it's just abusing it is bad.
bad. It is a tool to help progress humanity and make our lives better.
This music is beautiful.
The clear distinction is not allowing yourself to abuse it. You can easily use music, podcasting as a way to increase your dopamine to get yourself into work, but people are not able to utilize this tool because they abuse it so much to the point where it isn't meant to boost you, but make you feel normal. Like, subscribe, buy my product, eyebrow growth, 10% off code Ramboh. Toodly-doo.
That was a good video, bro. I also feel like a lot of younger people are disassociating more because who our president is, instead of being in constant fear, they just don't pay attention. Exactly. Bro, the state of the world is almost cursed. Almost cursed. It's bad. So I don't blame people. I don't blame TikTok addictions and music addiction and corn addictions to be up. The reality is trash, bro. A lot of us are escaping, bro. Swear, that was a good video, bro.
What would you do if one?
Hold up.
My-
I might tap in with bro. I'm definitely gonna subscribe to bro. This is satisfying downfall of dating apps. These are calm, bro. But hey, man, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.